need your space, then pull me close. I read your silence, louder than most. One day you're warm, the next day you're cold. Got me second guessing what I already know. I give you love, but you ration yours. You open up just to close the door. I stay up late, trying to read your mind. I can't read your mind, but your love got rules that change all the time. Why are you always halfway in? Got me drowning when I know I could swim. If you love me, baby, say it with your chest. Yeah, tired of the maybes, I just want the yes. Don't play me like a song on spin. If you ride for me, then ride to the end. Don't wanna love this paper thin, so why you always halfway in? You hit me up when the nights get slow, but then disappear when the highs get low. I ain't your maybe, tell me what it is, 'cause I'm way too grown to be messing with a love like this. I give you love, but you ration yours. You open up just to close the door. You stay closing doors. I stay up late, trying to read your mind. I can't read your mind, but your love got rules that change all the time. Why are you always halfway in? Got me drowning when I know I could swim. If you love me, baby, say it with your chest. Yeah, tired of the maybes, I just want the yes. Don't play me like a song on spin. If you ride for me, then ride to the end. Don't wanna love this paper thin, so why you always halfway in? Why you always halfway in? Got me drowning when I know I could swim. If you love me, baby, say it with your chest. Yeah, tired of the maybes, I just want the yes. Don't play me like a song on spin. If you ride for me, then ride to the end. Don't wanna love this paper thin, so why you always halfway in?
Another day, another break in the promise was always a pattern of mine. It's the way that I learned that the game, it was only a matter of time. And I pray that I don't live to pay for it yet, but I'm willing to gamble on
Welcome to the evening session, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Got all my errands run, and I'm ready for another session here. Off to a good start, and reset the counter. So we're going to track. If you watch the bleep blorp green box there, there's a paper. It says paper trade. That's basically paper trading. The first section is mid-market scalps. And so we're keeping an eye on those numbers. We want, for mid-market scalps, we definitely want at least 80% win rate. And anything beyond that is wonderful. So the B is end of market scalps. And we want those to be in the high 90s. So we're in bot testing mode tonight. I'm ramping up big time. I'm going to 2 contracts tonight, feeling frisky, I guess. So, yeah, welcome. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, looking forward to hanging out and having some fun. And I'm going to start you off tonight with some of the most important financial advice you'll ever hear.
You gotta know how to jack this. You gotta play this game rough, you know what I mean? In, out, get, grab, bonk.
You need to diversify your bonds, nigga.
I don't know if I can find my way out. I'm stuck in a prison of doubt.
So, Kyle, the way this works here is that each contract is either at the end worth 0 or 100. And that's 100 cents or nothing. In between, we're trading each share somewhere between 0 and 100 cents. So you can buy at any point and sell at any point. And our strategy here is to buy in the beginning, in the first part of the market, really from the beginning all the way to the 3-minute mark. We're trying to buy what we call mid-market scalps. So right now, the bot is looking at the chart and saying, well, it's getting pretty low on the Bollinger Band there. It might just bounce back. So it's thinking about up right now. And we're trying to get just like 5, 10, 15 cent scalps. So we're trying to catch a movement in a direction. And then, like right now, I'm going to buy the down. You can do as many contracts as you want. I'm just testing my bot. So tonight I'm doing 2 contracts each time. Always trying to take 10 cents of profit. So I bought those for 87 cents, 87.8 cents, so 88 basically. And I'm going to sell for 97.8. And then I'll set a stop loss. You can't really do a stop loss on Kalshi, but you can kind of get ready. I usually do a stop loss on these end of market contracts that are in the 85 to 95 per contract range. I usually do my stop loss around 50 cents. So you have saved my life. I'm being serious. I'm so generous to you. Well, it's Sleepless. I saw your comment today, and I wish you the best. I don't know where are you. You said you're struggling right now. Where are you at in the world? Could I get access to a bot and put him on a contract? Well, this bot is a trading assistant. So as of right now, it does not actively trade. it makes recommendations for manual trading. If I test this for a few months and I'm convinced that it's a winning strategy and I can trust a bot to run it, then it can be changed to a bot that trades, but it is currently not set up that way. What's up, Serge? How's it going, man? Only 3 likes and 19 viewers. Yeah, Serge is our ambassador of engagement, so make Serge's day. Just hit like. It's not that big a deal. All you got to do is press a button, and we're trying to get 17 of those button presses tonight. So welcome to everybody. We've got a big crew in the house already. If you're new and you have any questions about what's on the screen or anything like that, please feel free to ask. And I don't talk the whole time because I find that exhausting. But if there's a question in the chat, I'll come in and talk. And I may come in at the end after a win or a loss or whatever to talk about it. Just got dealt a bad hand in life. I'm 23 in Texas looking to work, but trying to make any money I can. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope that things turn around for you real soon. And yeah, my only advice with this stuff is, don't try to make all your money at one time. You know what I mean? Like, you have to learn to make pennies a day first. And if you don't have money to risk, maybe reconsider doing this, because it is risky. And even with a good strategy, it can be risky sometimes. So anyway, I wish you luck. I'm glad that you found some inspiration in this content. I hope it does help. But yeah, I do worry a little bit about doing this when you're struggling financially. So yeah, if you only have $10 to work with, Serge will cheer you on. Serge has just started an account with $10 and has been trading that. Carlos is also, I think, started with a small amount. So start with a small amount, an amount that won't break your heart if you lose it, and be smart. Only invest a percentage of that each time, a very small percentage. Like, if you have $10, you should only be doing 1 contract per market. So, what's up, Deontay? Yo, tell about next one, please. Well, we don't really, we do have a bot on the screen that I'm testing that is going to give recommendations for scalping. But more than anything, we're here to learn and to share strategies and talk about what works for us and what doesn't. So we try not to do picks in the chat. Not going to lie, I didn't get into prediction trading until I had spare money. Same with meme coins. Only use what you can. Right. Yes, sir. I appreciate you and thank you for the advice. Currently, I saw your first video and it has actually worked out so far. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that, man. And anything to keep, keep your hopes up. Yeah, don't give up when things get hard. I'm definitely a person that's been through some real rough times in my life. The best advice I can give is be patient. Things change. And if you just do if you make small progress every day, just little bits at a time, and take care of yourself, rest when you need to rest. But little bits at a time, if you're consistent with it, can produce amazing results. So same thing with investing. Little profits at a time can build wonderfully. As long as you don't get your emotions involved in the process. It's got to be have a strategy, stick to it, no emotions. Just when you've got to sell, you got to sell. When you got to buy, you got to buy. Stick to it. So be patient, man. I'm not going to lie. 7, I haven't had the best few years, but I've been patient. And I'm moving slow. But it's working out in my way. Thanks for reminding me over and over again. Well, I appreciate you guys, man. And you're making my day. I mean, I'm just an old hippie dude out in the woods in the Pacific Northwest. You know, I have a severe anxiety disorder, so I've done my best in my life to take care of myself, to provide as much peace and tranquility, and yeah, peace is the big one. And I've sought that out my whole life, and now after a lot of years of struggling and not knowing if I was ever going to get to where I wanted to go, it took me until I was 50 years old to like finally get to own a piece of land that exactly what I wanted, and build my own house, and you know, and just chill out in the redwood forest. And like today I went into town, I drove past the Pacific Ocean like numerous times, and I'm like, man, I finally did it, bro. I finally made it. But it wasn't easy, man. Great place, just vibe. I'm at work with my headphones in, catching what trade I think look best. Well, love to have you here, Deontay, and I appreciate all the OGs and all the new people that show up. That you know, I don't know. I try to do my best to share knowledge that I have, whatever it may be. Like I'm not gatekeeping on anything. I'm always going to be the person that tells the truth and says things honestly, and like, you know, if I mess up, I'm going to own it, you know. And man, a lot of young people in this world haven't seen that in the last few decades. You know, people being honest and stepping up to the plate and owning their mistakes. And so anyway, I'm here to hopefully just provide a space that's like real, grounded, and a place to just chill out, relax, have some fun, and learn some stuff about trading. You know, learn stuff about investing. And it's never too late. I started doing this now when I was 51 years old, so it's not too late ever. And yeah, we're gonna all boats rise together. So here we go. Patience is the game. I first started, but I kept going more and lost it. Yeah, it's if I ever find myself like really frustrated and really tired, and like I get really impatient, and then I force the issue, and I make bad decisions, invest way too much, and get burned. And so my new rule, you know, my rule is basically I have to be emotionally neutral. Surge was the one that kind of threw that out for me, and it makes you have to be pretty much emotionally neutral, not too high, not too low, just right in the middle, chilling out and waiting and patiently waiting for your moment. The nice thing about this bot that I have created over the last 2 days is that it basically is all the stuff that I want. It's basically my strategy, and the bot just reminds me, just, you know, informs me, okay, this is the perfect time to use this strategy. Go, you know. So we're still testing it. It's not perfect yet. Maybe never will be perfect, but we'll keep adjusting it and seeing how it does. But so far so good. It's very good at the end of market scalp. It might be, if this makes sense, it might be too good. Like it could maybe like loosen up a little bit to make a little bit more money. But right now it has about a 98% win rate. So if you're looking for kind of a surefire thing, you know, yeah, the end of market scalp on this bot is pretty strong. All right, we got a buy here up at 60 cents. Whoa, and it just dropped. Up at 47 cents. Yo. Okay. So basically I'm going to translate that as sell at 67 cents. So even though I got in at 45, I'm going to sell at 67. And if you look at the chart, the price is down at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands, and the bot is expecting a bounce up. So we'll see if it happens or not, but the bot is expecting it. It's taking into consideration RSI and Bollinger Bands, which is 2 indicators on the charts. And I just need to press sell. And so my stop loss here is probably, I don't know, 25 cents maybe, 20, 22. Okay. So when I get in early, there's not as much risk because the amount of per contract is lower. So I've got 2 contracts for basically the price of 1 on the end of market, where I usually buy at like 90. But yeah, we'll see if this bounces back. It's been on a downtrend for quite a while here. So let's see if we get a bounce. The bot thinks it's going to happen for sure. And thanks to the 19 people hanging out in the room right now, I really appreciate you. I've only been doing this for about 3 weeks or so, and we've already built quite a nice group of people that hang out and, you know, share stories of their day and help each other and encourage each other and have some fun. So I'm having a lot of fun doing this myself. So now it's saying buy down. So I'm going to sell these right away because it's encouraging me that now down is the play. If that makes sense. So well, I had up contracts, but now it's saying down is coming. So I'll just get those where they are. It's a 10-cent scalp, so we're only going to 54 cents. So we'll see if this one comes back across the line the other way. And I'm just still messing with the settings. Once we have enough data, I'm working with Cursor, which is it's an AI platform that is dedicated to coding. There's a number of them out there. There's a lot to choose from, but I've worked with Cursor and had good success. That's the platform I'm working with on this bot. So we've built in a lot of like analysis into this bot so that after about a week of running this bot, I can turn to Cursor and say, all right, let's run the numbers. What's our record on each of the 2 strategies, and how can we improve? You know, what would make our strategy better? So there's two wins. Now we got another one. Now it's going the other side. Come on, man. Let's just keep going back and forth. All right. It's convinced that we got the up here. Oh, I need to bid higher. Hurry up. Okay. So now we're in at 42 cents. What does it say? 10-cent scalp. Okay. So 52. So yeah, my only job right now is to just do what the bot tells me, because that's all I'm trying to just get a nice long record of how does the bot do, and trade it in real time as well. It's keeping track of its record and all that, but I also want to trade it in real time as well. If I turn this into a trading bot, it'll be much better at executing trades and getting in and out than I can be manually. But all right, so Surge is invested in a meme coin called Kate. It's struggling to come back, but I think it's slowing down since it's late. I hope Chinese market revives it or something overnight. Yeah, I don't know, man. Even a really good meme coin is like, I'm amazed this one has done as well as it has. Like, they do tend to like peter out. And, I mean, not just tend to, they all peter out and crash. Unless, you know, you've got a massive story like Doge or Shiba Inu or whatever. Like, but those are pretty rare. For the meme coins, it's more like diamond hands, baby. You know, I got something for you, Serge. I got something for you. All right. Here's what I think.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
More cowbell. All right. So, yeah, it's a little bit different. My trading, usually what I would do is go into silent mode when I'm trading. But if I were to do that, I would never talk on these streams because now the bot allows me to trade the entire market. So I will go into quiet mode and turn on the music. But if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to come back and talk. But yeah, for now, I'll just take a rest and wait for the next question in the comments. Thank you for the question, Carlos. I appreciate you. So yeah, let's talk about the paper section. Paper is just short for paper trading. It means the bot is not actually trading. It's like simulation mode. So it's kind of keeping track on paper of how it's doing with the strategies. So strategy A is the mid-market strategy. So buying between the start of the market and about 3 minutes to go. Any position that the bot sees on the chart as likely to be moving in a certain direction, right? So right now, that strategy is 9 and 10. So it's 90% win rate. And right now, the average with wins and losses is per contract a profit of about 5.7 cents. So that's very good. That's excellent. So that's doing well. And it says one open. That means one is still open and has not won. So it's likely to become a loss. There's only 50 seconds left. So we're going to see it move to 9 and 11, 80 whatever percent. And that E, or expected, per contract amount, will drop. Then we got strategy B, which is our end of the market scalp. Right now that's 4 out of 4, and it very often ends at 4 out of 4 because we've got the settings so that we're more likely now to get in the 90s than in the 80s, but we're more likely to win. So yeah, we're 8. So now we're 8 for 8. We're 9 for 11 at 82% with like basically break even 1 cent profit on strategy A, and we're 8 for 8, 100% with 9 cents of profit per contract basically at the moment. So over time, and then after that is a suggest area where the bot may say, hey, we might want to adjust this setting because we're missing opportunities or we're losing too much, whatever it may be. More than anything, at the end of this experiment, running the test for a week or two, is along the way, I'll talk to Cursor and we'll run the numbers, and there's a whole big data file that's being amassed, and we'll basically go through the numbers and see if anything can be improved, if we need to adjust certain parameters, if et cetera, et cetera. So right now we've got the bot running in pretty good. It's running well. It's doing its job. It's profitable in both of them, both categories, and yeah, now we just try to improve it. So it's basically the daily report on how we're doing. All right, question is, how much have you made of this? Well, I built this bot, I finished building this bot at 4 a.m. last night, so not, and we're just testing. So the real question is, and really the question you should always ask is, what's your win percentage, or like how often do you win with this strategy? For this strategy to work, you've got to win a lot. You've got to win like over 90% of the time. Like you got to be doing it nonstop. So that's just the nature of this strategy, which is buy high probability and scalp off the top. So yeah, I am profitable with this. Since I've been running this strategy on its own, well, all I can say is I think I'm undefeated today, and today is when I've been running it with the bot. So it's hard to say that anything I've done up to this point has been the same compared to what I'm doing now, because I have the bot as an assistant. So, but me just trading on my own, doing just the end of market scalp. Carlos and Serge can attest to the fact that I basically tripled my bankroll from where I started this time. So it's doable, but it does require patience, and there's a number of things. I did an 18-minute video on my channel that I highly recommend watching if you're interested in doing this strategy. It kind of outlines all the details of it, and I'll probably once I'm confident with the bot, I'll do another video that incorporates the bot into the strategy as well. Explained it perfectly. Thank you, sir. When the market gets choppy, do you think those two strategies will work, or would you have to include a C strategy to run 3 different strategies? I think that mid-market scalp is going to be pretty good in in volatile markets. In fact, I think that might be where it shines. So, like on this one, on the last one we just had, where it was like right by the 50 cent, right by the target, and kind of going back and forth. I mean, I got 3 quick wins in a row from just it crossed the line back, it crossed the line again, and the bot saw the chart, thought that was going to come, and like, there we go, win, win, win. And that's more like volatile conditions, where it's right around the strike, and no side is safe. And so I think that when it gets chaotic, you're likely to see the end of market scalp not be recommended as much by the bot, and the mid-market scalp to be more active. But we'll see. I mean, even today, even though it's a weekday and you would expect it to be busier, it's been pretty quiet. The market's been pretty mellow, at least what I've seen so far. Have you done any other markets? We do Solana Sundays and Ethereum Thursdays. So we do mix up the crypto stuff. And I apply this to sports as well. So like I'll find an NBA under over that has like, I can buy for like 85 cents and sell at 90 cents. So it's a really high probability situation where it's unlikely to get to that point. The odds are, strongly against it. And anyway, whenever you're doing that, you got to have a stop loss. So basically, in that situation, I would buy at 85. Let's say it's no on over 250 in an NBA game, right? And the first half starts off kind of fast, and it's getting down to 50-50, whether that's going to be the final number. I'll take the loss at 50 cents and move on. But more often than not, you're going to get your 10-cent profit from those positions, and those add up over time. As long as you're getting, 3 wins for every 1 stop loss, you're good. If you don't have a stop loss and you're getting in at 85 cents per contract and you lose, it's going to take 8.5 scalps of success to make up for that. So that's why having a stop loss is important, and probably the most important skill to learn as a trader, especially if you're going to do what I'm doing here, which is I'm investing a lot. I mean, not right now with the contracts, but per contract I'm investing in a very high number. So I have to protect myself. If I lose my edge, I have to get out and just take the loss, move on. But that's really hard to do, and most people struggle with it. Not using the bot, how could you spot a mid-market scalp? That's a great question, Deontay. So let's look at the chart over here. So you got Bollinger Bands. This is up here with the candles, with the green and red candles. The Bollinger Bands, there's a blue midline, there's a green lower line, and a red top line. So green is kind of like, if the price gets there, see how it got there recently and then bounced straight up? That's what the bot saw. It saw it was getting down over here, hanging out by this edge, and was like, okay, here comes the bounce. Bounced up, hit the top, and the top does the same thing. It's a resistance point. So now it's kind of moving sideways, but it hit this upper line and came down. And that's very often what will happen. So if you see if it goes to the edge of the Bollinger Bands, you got to be careful, because sometimes it can slide right down the side of them and not do anything. But that's where RSI can be helpful. So RSI is below that, and it's kind of the same kind of thing. There's a top line, middle line, bottom line. And for this stock RSI, when it's above when it's above that line, it's going to want to bounce down. So we expect kind of a bounce down coming, but it looks like more like we got a sideways movement, and that can happen sometimes too. So basically, you're looking at the chart, you're looking at the volatility, how much time is left. It's a lot. This is why the bot is good at doing it, instead of relying on your own mental space to do all this at one time. Let me just make this play. It won't be a big win, but it'll be probably a win. And I'm just going to go 99.9, 99.9. And actually, I don't want to do that because I bought at 96.36. So I'll get the same amount if I sell at 99.4, I think. Let me see here. 99.4. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the same profit. Anywho, I know it's not really going to work anymore though, Carlos, because if I do that, I got to learn how to talk and trade basically, and the bot is making it easier because basically the bot just says buy it right now. Okay, fine, I'll do that. So the bot is my new lock-in, but feel free to yell at me. That's fine. So Deontay, I hope that helps. I mean, basically, we're looking for support and resistance is our phrases that come up in investing a lot. And support is where at the bottom it tends to bounce up off of it, and resistance is where it hits it and bounces down. So the Bollinger Bands and RSI both give us a sense of support and resistance. And the bot is reading all that in real time and also weighing, okay, how much time is left? How likely is it to move a lot in a short amount of time? Excuse me. Yeah, that's my favorite. Bollinger Bands are my favorite indicator. So Freak Z, how do I get that bot? Well, and we have 34 people in the room right now. All-time record for this channel. So thank you all for hanging out. If you have any questions, if you're new, just know that we're very kind and supportive and welcoming of new people, and any questions you have are always welcome. This is a place to just chill out, learn a little bit about investing, markets, have some fun, get to know each other, and just have a place to chill out and hang while we grow as an investors. So, yeah, how do you get that bot? Once it is, I got a cat that wants to be fed. I was like, what is that noise? So, once this bot is proven to be successful and I trust it and it's solid, I'm like, okay, I would trade with this, I would even like turn this into a trading bot that I didn't have to look at. Once that happens, we're very soon going to be able to have people join the channel, like become members and all that stuff. We're only like 100 watch hours away, and we've already got 500 subscribers, so it's just kind of like a matter of a day or two, maybe. But so that's going to happen. That's going to become available. Anybody that signs up for that, there's going to be a number of things I'm going to do for people that do that. One of them is if you request the code for the bots I create or whatever we're doing, I'll send it to you, and I'll also have Cursor do a how to install guide, and try to be friendly to all different, computer types and program types and all that. So basically, yeah, I don't know what it's going to cost to join the channel. I've never had a membership channel, but once we have that figured out, yeah, that's going to be something I include once it's done. Though it's going to take a couple weeks. I won't trust to send this out to anybody until like I've tested it thoroughly in a variety of different markets. So 566 subs. Yeah, it's probably only about a day away. Yeah, the bot is great. When I have time, I'm going to try and set one up on my PC. Yeah, anybody can do it, guys. I mean, and girls. You know, there's all I'm doing is going to Cursor, paying them $20 a month. You can there's other sites, and Cursor is not sponsoring me. You can go to any of those specialty coding AI sites. I like Cursor; it's worked fine for me. Pay your $20 a month, and just start talking to just start talking. You know, start telling the AI what you want to do, and you know you'll figure it out. You just got to keep asking questions and keep figuring things out, and go from there. I'm not a genius. I have no background in computer programming. I have good communication skills, and I'm patient. And you also have to be patient when you're working with AI, because AI makes mistakes and sometimes gets it wrong, and computer programming is always full of bugs that you got to work out. You know, something you didn't realize was going to be an issue, and you gotta find a way to solve the problem. We've already done that probably 15 times on this spot, where we had to like figure out an alternative to what we wanted to do, you know. And let's see, how are we doing on likes? We have like 21 people in the room, 11 likes. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. I just started my new project for a BTC assistant. All right, Larry, nice. I'm looking forward to hearing. I'm looking forward to that. Oh man. So yeah, it's just basically, I love it, because this is what is allowing me to talk to you guys without like being that much focused on the screen, because I'm terrible at trying to focus at the screen and talk at the same time. So all I have to do is just watch when this box lights up, and then I got to do something. You know, like that's it, man. All right, cool. Well, Larry was there. Were you there the whole time for I did a live where I created this bot. So it was possible to see me, like, you know, start from basically nothing and create this thing. And I think Larry was there most of the time for it, so he gave me a lot of good feedback on the process, and yeah, so he helped me kind of dial this one in. Using Cursor? Okay, cool. Larry was there for the whole thing? That's amazing, man. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for that. I knew somebody would, you know, enjoy it and learn from it. And I didn't want people to ask, where's the stream, you know, because I needed to do the bot, and the only time to do it was when I was going to stream. So are we on a streak? Yes, we are. Let's see. Well, the bot is 12 for 12 on the end of market scalping. It's doing okay on the mid market scalp. It could probably, I mean, there's some adjustments that can be made. Okay, we got buy up at 44. Done. What does he want? 10 cents profit. Okay. 55. Okay. Done. And now we wait. I'm having trouble tweaking the win rate portion, but it's working okay so far. Oh, you already got your bot running. Nice. It's fantastic. Have you heard of arbitrage on Kalshi? I mean, I'm familiar with the idea of arbitrage. Yeah, what are you talking about specifically on Kalshi? I mean, there's a lot of ways to do arbitrage. One way is if you can find the same market on Polymarket, and you can find it mispriced, or like one Kalshi has at a different price than than Polymarket does, you can guarantee yourself a profit by doing arbitrage on that. So I know that that's a strategy that some people use, and there's even bots programmed to find those. Yeah, so arbitrage is definitely possible, especially with a bot. Yeah, and it's one of those things, it's like kind of guaranteed profits if you can have a bot do the work in real time, like, you know, in milliseconds, you know, bing, bing, got both of them, you know. So I got to go feed, I'm going to feed this cat. I may miss out on some trades, but I did get a win there already, so I'm happy with that. I'll be right back. I've become a cat dad somehow. I don't know how that happened in my life, but here I am. All the strays come for their food at night for me.
You say you need your space, then pull me close. I read your silence, louder than most. One day you're warm, the next day you're cold. Got me second guessing what I already know. I give you love, but you ration yours. You open up just to close the door. I stay up late, trying to read your mind. I can't read your mind, but your love got rules that change.
Right to jail, right away.
Got me drowning when I know I could swim. If you love me, baby, say it with your chest. Yeah, tired of the maybes, I just want the yes. Don't play me like a song on spin. If you ride for me, then ride to the end. Don't wanna love this paper thin. So why you always halfway in? Halfway in. You hit me up when the nights get slow, but then disappear when the highs get low. I ain't your maybe. Tell me what it is.
So I don't have any experience creating trading bots on the phone. This particular bot is not designed to be run on the phone, unless I don't know if you can run terminal on a phone. I don't think you probably can. Maybe you can. If somebody finds out, let me know. We've got a buying opportunity here. Hold on.
Why are you always halfway in? Got me drowning when I know I could swim. If you love me, baby, say it with your chest. Yeah, tired of the maybes, I just want the yes. you ride for me, then ride to the end. Don't wanna love this paper thin. So why you always halfway in? Why you always halfway in? Got me drowning when I know I could swim. If you love me, baby, say it with your chest. Yeah, tired of the maybes, I just want the yes. Don't play me like a song on spin. If you ride.
Yeah, I just missed that one. That was kind of like a 2-second take profit right there. Almost got in time, and then it just shot right up. Yeah, so I don't have a bot that's designed to run on a phone, but you may be able to. I just don't know. It's not something I've done before. But yeah, the bot, let's see how we're doing here. Last night, the mid-market scalping was about 82, 83%, and we're at 82, 83% again tonight. The end of market scalping was 98%, and we're at 100% on this session. So I may be able to improve the mid-market scalping strategy. Maybe we get in less often, but it's more likely to be a winning position. We'll see. Okay, we got buy down now. The nice thing about a trading bot is that it would have already bought. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to take me a while to get my act together here. Okay, I'll just buy it at that. 61.52, fine. Sell. I'm just going to sell at 73. 52, 20 cents, 72. So basically, even though I got in at 63 cents, I'm going to sell at 70. Oh, no, I'm going to sell at 80. I'm going to sell at 80 something. I'll sell at 80. Gotta love it. That's 3 mid-market scalps on this one, I believe. At least 2. 2 real good ones. No, it must have been 3 because I missed one of them. Yeah. Yeah, if we ever come across somebody that's already done, already created an app like that or created a trading bot assistant, yeah. I mean, I know that there's a huge demand for this thing already just because of how big the streams have been since I created it. You know what I mean? Everybody wants. I think I was like this. I was like, I can't make a bot. Like that's too. How would I do that? Seriously, man. If I can make a bot and have it work. Now, granted, I do have an English degree. I have good communication skills. I'm able to communicate very clearly what I want and how I want it. So I'm not a dummy, but I don't have a computer programming degree. I'm not like proficient in computer science, you know what I mean? Like I'm just able to talk to AI and let AI know what I want and then be patient enough to work it out, you know. When there's bugs to be worked out and all that, just doing it slowly but surely, getting better and better. Got like another buy here. If I can move fast enough tonight. All right, 91.3, not great, but not bad. I'll do 99. Let's grab a little bit more profit maybe here. And again, I'm ramping it up from 1 contract to 2 contracts because the bot is running pretty successfully at the moment, but I'm not doing 100 contracts right now, you know, like my advice about how much you should invest is on any given market, you really ideally should be doing 1% of your portfolio. Now, if you only have $10 in your portfolio, you should be doing one contract per market. And at a max, I think, if you're like super confident and like, I don't know, still seems dumb, but 10% might be the max. More like probably 4% is a more ideal max of your bankroll at a time. Now, we are getting in at high probability positions, so they're more likely to win. And because I have a stop loss, it's important to understand that I don't have the whole amount is not on the line every time. So if I'm getting in at 85 cents, the most I'm going to lose is about 40 cents. Because I will do a stop loss as soon as it hits 49 cents, I'm out. So, yeah, you got to have a stop loss if you're doing what I'm doing. I just did 2. I just moved it to 2 contracts tonight. I was feeling saucy. Yeah, I've been running 1 contract for about a week now in bot testing mode, so I'm ready. I'm feeling good. I'm moving it up to 2 contracts. Normally, with my bankroll right now, I would probably be doing 5 to 10 contracts per market right now. But while I'm in testing mode, I just keep it lower. Well, with that all said, I'm gonna go into trading mode. I got this cat that wants to go outside and all that good stuff. So I'll be back. Feel free to ask questions, and I'll talk about it when I return. So yeah, I just buy pipe tobacco, and they come in like packs that are just the tubes with the filters on. So I have that little machine that throws the tobacco in there, and it's kind of meditative. It's also kind of a pain in the ass, but like every time I'm doing it, I'm reminding myself that this pack of cigarettes probably cost me 20 cents compared to the $17 or whatever I would pay at the store. So, oh, great question. How do we stop loss? It's a great question. The green stuff, but that is just interesting to me. Yeah, so let me talk about a stop loss. Great question from Hand Rolled by Serge. So, but yeah, stop loss. So, and we got a buy on the board. I need to focus on trading here as well. Buy up 36 cents. Holy cow. Oh, came down. So you can't really do a stop loss ahead of time on Kalshi, but I'll try to walk you through how I do stop loss. Yeah, so you're not the only one with that question. So let's talk about it. If you want, it's in my video that's kind of like a summary of everything in the strategy that I'm using. It's like an 18-minute video, my most recent one on my channel. I do talk about stop loss there, but as soon as I have a position to enter on, I'll show you what I'm doing here. Okay, buy down 79 cents. Can I get in at 79 maybe? Yes. So because I had the bid there, instead of taking the ask, I don't pay any fees. I get in 79 cents, no fees on top of it. All right, so now we're going to do a take profit. All right, and what is it recommending? 10 cents. So we're going to do 89. Sell. Okay, so that's on the board. If that price hits 89 cents, it's going to get sold, and we get our profit. Now, the take profit is right here. This clock right here. It's the resting order. I'm going to click on that. All I'm going to do is pick the lowest number I would ever want to get paid. Before I would want to I'd rather hold on to the ticket and have a lottery ticket at the end. For me, that's, oh, and it's already sold, so I can't really show you. Oh, I can do this side though. Hold on. Down to, might be able to get a bid again, maybe. Yep. Okay, so I got 2 at 89. I'm going to sell at 99. Okay. So now that take profit is on the board right here. I'm going to click on it. There it is. 2 contracts for 99 cents. If it hits 99 cents, I get paid. For me, the number is 20. Now, I'm going to hit that. My stop loss is actually 49 cents. So if it hits 49 cents, I'm going to press the button. And you may think to yourself, but why are you going to do 20 cents when it's 49? Because Kalshi is going to give me the best price available when I press that confirm above the number that I put in. So it's most likely going to give me like 48, 49, something like that. And if it's moving really fast and it like just shoots off the chart, it may go lower, but I'm likely not to get passed by at 20 cents. So, and that's like the worst case scenario, I'm selling at 20 cents. More than likely, my stop loss is actually 49 cents. So it'd be great. I'm on a campaign to like get Kalshi to add a stop loss to predictive markets, but until that happens, this is my best solution for that. I've thought about it a lot. I've tried things and failed. The worst is when you're trying to get out at like, let's say 49 cents. And I put in 49 cents and press confirm, and the price is already at 45. I'm like, oh shit, then go back in, change it to 45, press, it's 41. Damn it. Go back in, you know what I mean? Like, so don't do that to yourself. It's going to give you the best price available with fees. Just take it. If you got to your stop loss, just take the good loss. That's the challenge. But if you can do that, you're much more likely to be profitable. And that is the hardest lesson to learn. There's three that I talk about all the time, and Serge can probably give them to you in the chat. One is learn how to sit out of markets that don't fit what you're trying to do. Two is, whoa, what happened here? I was supposed to hit my stop loss, right? Yeah. What the hell? See, I told you I can't talk and trade at the same time. I just... But anyway, so there's the stop loss. It's a good example of, like, I was in with 2 contracts at 90 cents, something like that, 91 cents. I already had a profit on the board from earlier. So it didn't give me the 20 cents when I hit it. It gave me like 50 cents of a stop loss. So anyway, I just executed a stop loss, kind of showed you how that's done. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I try to explain it as thoroughly as I can, but I know it's a kind of a complicated and kind of confusing, like, wait, why are you bidding at 20 cents when it's like you want to get 49? And it's just, I don't want to get passed by. But I also, if it does pass 20, I don't want to get placed. I want to hold that for a lottery ticket because I might as well do that because I'm just getting pennies for my investment, and at that point I'd rather just see if it holds on, bounces back, and wins. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for the question. It's a good one. And okay, up at 58 cents. It's saying it's having a rough market. So I'm like, are you sure? What did it say? 20 cents, I believe. So that'd be 79. And this will probably be the last, because I don't get in after 2 minutes, so this will be the last one for this market. But yeah, let's see. I mean, the record, yeah, it's got a couple losses on the B, and I think that those probably just happened or are going to happen right now. $32 people in the room. Man. Welcome to all the new folks. If you have any questions, let us know. We're a community dedicated to just providing kind and supportive space to learn more about investing and hopefully grow as a person, perhaps even. So here we go. Come on. We just need a little bounce back to make this market kind of it would probably be a break even or close to it on this market for me. And honestly, if you can break even while doing a stop loss in a market, that's pretty great. Like, we'll see. Only a minute to go, and it's looking kind of rough. Yeah, so we got 16 likes on this stream and 570 subscribers. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, so I'm just holding for the lottery ticket here, mostly because I'm I'm too lazy now at this point to press buttons. So. But yeah, I hope that helps with the stop loss. It's a challenging thing to get used to using. I probably should have used it here on this last one, but maybe not. Oh damn! Man, lottery ticket cashed. Not much of a lottery ticket. It paid negative 22 cents, but that's when you can take a loss and only do negative 22 cents. That's good. We like that. So yeah, learn to sit out of markets that don't fit your strategy. Learn to do take a good loss. Ross Cameron always talks about this on Warrior Trading on YouTube. Learn how to take a good loss. That's all about using your stop loss, having a number in mind. If it hits this, I've got to sell. And having a take profit, like basically automate your system. Once you're in, figure out where you want to get out on both sides. So with the take profit, you can put that on the board ahead of time. You can't do the stop loss ahead of time, or it's just going to give you the best price available at that moment. It's not going to like leave it on the board when it crosses that number. So you've got to wait to execute a stop loss manually, or train a bot to do it for you in milliseconds. When it hits that number. And you can definitely do that. And that's one of the main advantages of a trading bot with Kalshi, is that they make it super easy. Kalshi has an API that the bots can just interface with. Get everything you're seeing on the screen is from Kalshi API. Just reporting stuff in real time. And they make it super easy. They want you to trade with bots. They want you to trade however you want to trade. And yeah, they don't care. Great. So yeah, we're at 90% win rate on the end of market, which is kind of rough actually. We want to be 90, 95 or above, but we're still profitable. We are not profitable on the mid-market scalp. So I would say that the last two markets have been a little dicey. And let me update the numbers on the screen.
I regret nothing. The end.
Porch light flicker on the siding, moths dancing like they know the tune. Porch light flicker on the siding, moths dancing like they know the tune. Every breath feels borrowed, but tonight the world's in tune. Old chair hums beneath me, playing boards keep the time. Old chair hums beneath me, playing boards keep the time. If this sound ain't perfect, that's how it's mine. Someone left the radio humming low next door. Someone left the radio humming low next door. Static sings the harmony. I couldn't ask for more. Let the porch light burn uneven, let the shadows play. Yeah, the porch light burn uneven, keep the night from drifting away. If this ain't heaven, it'll do for today.
So I do my best to talk as much as I can while trading. That's kind of a new thing for me. I try not to do that, but all right, we're buying up at the end of the market here. We're doing 2 contracts tonight while we test the bot. We're just going to get in at 99. We're just going to take the best price available. That'll be 94.31 with Kalshi fees. All right. So we got in, we made sure of that. Now at this point, what are we, 90% confident? Okay, so we'll just do a 99.9 take profit. I always like to do a take profit, even if it's 99.9. And then I'm ready with the stop loss. All I'm going to do, if I see it get to 49 cents, then I will hit confirm. Even though I'm saying 20 cents, it's going to give me the best price when I press that button, plus Kalshi fees. So, or yeah, minus Kalshi fees for a set, off your profit or loss. But anyway, if you got any questions, feel free to ask. If you're wondering about something, I guarantee out of the 22 people in the room right now, somebody else is wondering about it too. So feel free to ask. I'm happy to answer anything. I like helping people who are new to this, figure out how to do it. It was only about a year ago that I was like, what in the world is this? What is Kalshi? And I remember that first investment, it was like, ooh, thrilling. But yeah, and over that year, I've tried a lot of different things. I've found a lot of different ways to lose money. And I've settled on this strategy because it is slow and steady and profitable, reliable. If you follow if you do the stop loss and you stay out of dangerous markets where it's dicey. And probably the third one that's really hard to do is when you lose, don't change anything. If you're going to change your strategy, change it at the start of the next session. But stick with your strategy. Stick with the amount you were investing. Don't try to quadruple down and win it all back. And, you know, how do I know this is not a good idea? Because I've lost big amounts of money doing that. So it's revenge trading is not good. If you're emotional at all, or you're kind of tired and frustrated, just close the turn off the phone, close the computer, whatever. Go watch a YouTube video, do anything else but trade more. It's hard to do, but those are the three things, in my opinion, that are the most vital for making a successful trader, a successful trading strategy, is you got to execute the strategy consistently. How do you use Bleep Blorp? So I use Bleep Blorp right now. I'm just doing exactly what Bleep Blorp says, because I'm testing him as a bot to see how effective he is. But I've got the bot programmed to read the indicators on the chart, read the current price, the target price, how much time is left, all that stuff, and constantly be making calculations about how probable, how confident, like, is the bot about this move. So right now I'm just doing whatever the bot says because I'm testing, and then I'll make adjustments to the bot based on how it's performing. So right now it's kind of mid, especially on the mid-market scalp. The numbers aren't great. It's 74% win rate. That's okay, but it's probably losing a little bit of money at this moment. So I've got to tighten that one up, and we may have less recommendations, but they will be higher probability recommendations. And that's why the win percentage is so high for the end of market. Basically, the bot cannot recommend the end of market unless it's at least 80% confident. And it's pretty conservative with its confidence level. So it's more like 80% equals 90%. So basically, it's only allowed to trade, to make a recommendation on the end of the market, if it is 90% confident that it's going to work. The mid-market scalp I've got at 75%, so more like 80-85 probability. So we may just make that 80% just like the end of market scalp. That's what I'm leaning toward at the moment. But we'll see. This is too small of a sample size to know. So we'll just give it time to play out. Let the numbers build up. Different market conditions, different times of the day, different blah, 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 you know. Just give it a lot of time to kind of get the averages so they are consistent, so they are real steady. And once they reach that point, we get a good sense of kind of the norm. Then we can go in with cursor and say, okay, let's look at all the numbers, let's run all the data, and let's see if we can improve the algorithm, basically. Let's see if we can improve the formula for how we're doing this. So that's really all this is collect it, build something. Like it's like in science, you got a hypothesis. Here's my hypothesis. Put it together, throw it out there, test it, and then come back, create a new hypothesis, and test it. So it's basically math and science being applied to these markets. I'm gonna just copy you till you end. Cash me, Unk. I'm like new to BCC 15 minutes. What's the difference between the shares versus dollars? Would you gain more like a stock market? There's really no difference between shares and dollars. There's 3 ways to buy. I don't recommend buying with shares or dollars. Use limit orders. And I have a video on my channel about how to use limit orders. I probably should do a new one just to update it and make it look a little bit more professional. But yeah, I mean, it's basically the idea of this is you're buying a position. Unlike gambling, when you get in gambling and you say, okay, the Red Sox are going to beat the Yankees, I'm putting $20 on that. Well, once your $20 is in, you can't. You got to wait till the end to find out what happens. That's not the case here. You have a position, and it will rise and fall based on the conditions in the present moment. So what we're doing here is we're not waiting till the end. We're finding a position that is very likely to move in a certain direction based on how much time is left, how the market looks at the moment, how much volatility, all that stuff. And we're just scalping. So we're basically just taking a little bit off the top. 5, 10, 15 cents, something like that. We're getting in, we're getting out, bing, bang, boom. Let's see if we can hear that another way. I think they do it better than I do.
You gotta know how to jack this. You gotta play this game rough, you know what I mean? In, out, get, grab, bonk.
You need to diversify your bonds, nigga.
I mean, come on. It doesn't really get any better than that as far as financial advice, so. So yeah, feel free to ask questions. I would not recommend just blindly following me, especially with the bot currently is in testing mode. So if anything, come here to learn and become a better trader, become smarter about what you're doing. If that's not really interesting to you and you just want to have some fun and take a little risk and gambling is a way to do that. It's just most gamblers lose. Honestly, most traders lose too. But if you have a solid strategy, you have a much better chance of making some money doing this. Okay, cool, man. Yeah, and if you have questions, that's what we're here for, is an educational channel. We don't really do picks in the chat or anything like that. I mean, we kind of do because the bot is on the screen now making picks, but it's more important to understand how the bot is making the picks. Like the best question of the night was, how do you do what the bot is doing without the bot? And that's really important. That's the best thing if you can learn that. That's what's important. And that would be reading these charts, understanding how Bollinger Bands work, understanding what RSI is, And I'm always happy to explain any of these things, but that 18-minute video I did most recently gives a really good kind of overview of the whole thing and each part of it. But yeah, I appreciate you, Joker. I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight toker. All right, bet. Word. I need to have that. I need to have that meme. I got to figure out where I can find somebody saying word. Definitely my favorite. Growing up, that was my favorite, saying. Yeah, word. Oh, word? Oh, word? I don't do Discord. Eventually we may do a private community on Reddit. Maybe we'll do Discord, but I don't know. I'm very familiar with Reddit, and I think we can do something pretty cool with a private community on Reddit. But for now, I'm focused on. I'm live 6 to 8 hours a day, and I'm building bots, and so I'm kind of doing this full-time hobby right now. When I'm not building my home here on this homestead in the redwood forest. So I'm kind of all in with my energy on this channel, and eventually we may get to a point where there's somebody in the community that is really passionate about creating a Discord community, or whatever. We're gonna go where the energy flows. You know what I mean? I'm very much a Zen guy, and like very much a Taoist guy. I'm just going with the flow, like. And I've tried in the past to make things happen, and I always burn myself out. And I'm much more, as I get older, just kind of letting things come to me, just being myself, in the flow, in the moment. All right. Buy up at 78 cents. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, bleep borp. Okay, we're going to try and do a limit order. So there's a limit order underneath the price. So if it drops to 82, I'm a maker, and I got it. So it dropped to my price. I don't pay any fees. 82 cents, I'm in. And I don't remember where that was. So we're just going to do 92. And then get ready with the stop loss. Now, once you do have a trading bot, once you've figured that all out and got it, you've got your strategy, you've got a bot built, you're confident in what you're doing, you've tested it, the bot can do everything I'm doing in like a millisecond, like ding, 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 done. It takes me like 5 seconds to do this, and I got to do that, and in the meantime, I've missed the point. I missed the entry. So there is something to be said about having, if you get to the point where you can trust the bot to do its own thing, turning over the execution of trading to the bot is ideal. So welcome to everybody who's new. Glad to have you here. We just started doing this about 3 weeks ago, and it's grown amazingly since then. Joker says, yeah, I'm here for it. If you get this bot accurate enough, it's going to be a game changer. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm the kind of guy that I'm not trying to gatekeep anything, I don't mind sharing with people. Some people would say, well, you're making it harder for yourself to make money because you're telling everybody else how to do it. It's like, we're up against major corporations and big bots that are trading this stuff at like a level is, almost hard to comprehend. So if we can simply help each other to have a chance in this. All right, so we got the end of the market buy now. And I'm doing a poor job of trading. I'm like, my attention is really all over the place at the moment. Now on that one, I just chose to pay the Kalshi fees because it was moving up so fast. So I just got placed at like 94 cents. And Kalshi added on 0.86 cents. All right, so I'm going to sell at 99.9. The bot is 92% confident, which is almost like 102%. So it's a pretty high level of confidence for this bot. So yeah, it's I would call these conditions a little bit more energetic than we had earlier in the day. and that provides a lot more opportunities for the mid-market scalp. So more opportunities is good if you have a high win percentage. So right now we're at 78% win percentage. It really needs to be like at least 80. More like 85 would be better. So we're trying to get to 85 is our goal there. And as far as the end of market scalp, we want to be winning that at least 95% of the time, if not more. So right now we're kind of, the bot is kind of breaking even. If it was trading all these suggestions that it's making, it would be kind of break even right now for this session. But again, we're just in testing mode, and that's why I have that kind of caution on the screen. This bot is not a final completed project. It's in the early stages of being tested. So and yeah, if you missed it, I'm going to say a couple things. Serge, can you hear me? That's the first one I want to make sure. Sometimes Serge is listening to his music, and so he doesn't hear me, or he's off doing something. But we've got two OGs, Serge and Carlos, have been with me since the beginning of this thing, and are here almost all the time. So I have Carlos. Are you here? I want to see if Serge and Carlos can hear me, both of you. You guys here? So we have a big milestone that's coming up. We've already crossed 500 subscribers, and now we only need 3,000 watch hours. And we're at 2,900, I think, right now. So it's like probably tomorrow, at some point tomorrow, we'll cross that line, and then we'll be able to do, like, have that join button where you can become a member of the channel, and you can do super chats and stuff like that. But the main thing I want to do with the membership for this channel is, support people. And one of the ways to do that is, if you ever want the code to the bot I've programmed, I'll just email it to you. And I'll also have Cursor kind of put together complete instructions as to how to install the bot onto your computer. So that's my idea. I'm trying to do like special streams just for the members and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to like that milestone being reached. And I just want to say to both Serge and Carlos, both of you, I'm covering the cost for you two to join as members because you have done so much for me in making this channel grow so fast. So at some point, send me an email. It's PNW Coast off grid. I think there's a hyphen on off grid at gmail.com. And just give me your Venmo or PayPal, and then as soon as I figure out how much it costs to join, I'm going to send you that in PayPal or Venmo, just so you guys don't have to pay to be members, because love you guys. It's been so much fun to, honestly, I feel like we're partners on this. We've created something together, so. Vicente says, I'm new and found your account recently, and it's been helping me find new things. Cool. Well, welcome, Vicente. Good to have you. I've been busy tweaking the bot this whole time. I usually go, Vicente, I usually go till about 11 o'clock Pacific time. But it depends on how active the chat is and how much energy I have. I stayed up like Larry right now. I stayed up till 4 in the morning programming this bot to to try and make it ready for today, today's trading. So yeah, we'll see how my energy holds up. I might need to copy your code for the win rate percentage updating portion. Oh, the paper trading? Yeah, I'm happy to share that with you. I would actually love to pay for my own membership. Is there a possibility you could do a giveaway for it? Oh, I can just gift them. Okay. I didn't know that. What's up, Diego? Cheers from Georgia. Let's get this money. We got to diversify our bonds. So, Serge, I appreciate you. You're want to pay for your membership, and so Serge is going to donate a free membership to be given away. So, I love you, Serge. You're the best. So, Diego, we're kind of building the community, supporting each other, having some fun, trying to give good financial advice. For example, again, I think this is probably the best financial advice I've ever heard.
You gotta know how to jack this. You gotta play this game rough, you know what I mean? In, out, get, grab, bonk.
You need to diversify your bonds, nigga.
Oh man, I miss the Chappelle show so bad. I miss the Chappelle show so bad, man. Bro, I follow like 3 or 4 different people on their streaming pass. I do this for the love of the game. I'm glad you appreciate that, Diego. Yeah, so we try to keep it fun. We try to keep it supportive and learning new stuff and trying new things and sharing ideas and supporting others. So all boats rise together, and here we are doing that. So, and I used to be a streamer myself, so I understand a bit more than most people. Yeah, well, I appreciate you, man. I kind of had a sense you might have a better appreciation than most with how Serge is our ambassador of engagement. You'll often see Serge encouraging you to press the like, maybe spam the emojis and stuff like that. And that's just who Serge is. I'm so grateful that he showed up to my stream. Like, it wasn't day one, but it was pretty close to day one. And he's been hanging out along with Carlos kind of every day since. So I used to stream games on TikTok. Oh, okay. I used to have a TikTok. I don't know. I had like 43,000 subscribers, and I was just doing. I don't know if you guys know what a trail angel is, but basically, hikers will do like the Appalachian Trail or the Pacific Crest Trail or the Continental Divide Trail. These are like thousands of miles long, and they're hiking across the country, And basically along the way, there's people set up with like food and water and just like a place to sit down and relax for a minute, just kind of supporting them on their journey. So I did that for like a whole summer and did content on TikTok about that. And Shadow Nodes lost $100 trading BTC price. Well, we have an edge, I would say, if you're patient and you don't mind taking small wins and, being happy with slow and steady progress, because, I'm definitely preaching trading and managing a position over gambling, so I'm like, do we have an edge? Well, we're working on it. We've got a bot that's analyzing kind of the market, giving us feedback, and we're seeing how it's going to do here. We're testing the bot. So we've got 2 strategies in place. We're testing them and trying to dial them in. So do we have an edge? Working on it. Yeah. I mean, I've tripled my bankroll since I started this 3 weeks ago doing this strategy. But there's been days where I, lose a little bit. There's been days I break even. There's days that I do really well, But the big thing for me, and I say this all the time. For me, it's not about the results at the moment. In my journey as a trader, I'm now in the place of, am I executing my strategy exactly as I said I would? So A, I have a strategy. I have a very complete strategy, and I know exactly what I'm supposed to do. And B, am I going to execute it just as I said I would? So I had a strategy for a long time, but then I would do other things. I would not follow the strategy all the time, and I would lose money. If I follow the strategy, I do well. As soon as I've got, I got a feeling this is going to be, then I start losing. But I'm at the point now where I don't congratulate myself so much on a win as I do when I do a stop loss, because that's the one that's hard for me. I want to stay in there. I want to get the win. I want to avoid the loss. Like, come on, you can recover. But that's not my strategy. My strategy is, if it hits, I'm getting in at 85 to 90 cents a lot of the time. I'm scalping 10 cents, 5 cents, whatever. And if it gets to 49 cents, I'm out. I lost my edge. I'm not going to stay in and find out if I recover. Honestly, that has been the biggest thing to give me an edge, is stop loss. So it can be counterintuitive, but if you limit your losses, your wins hold up. You know what I mean? Like, even small wins start to stack up. So it's just really important, especially with my style of trading, which is, in general, entering late in the market. I'm guessing we're going to have an up position here, so I'll get ready for that. I'm just doing 2 contracts while I test this bot tonight. I'm bidding at 99 because I just want to get in at the best price available. It won't take 99. It will take the best ask that's on the board and just add Kalshi fees on top. So I'm going to get the best ask plus like 1 cent. And I'm guessing I might get a recommendation to buy right away here at the 8-minute mark. We'll see. Yes, he is. So I've got a position of 2 contracts at 87 cents, basically 86.8. I want to do 96.9. So that's what I'm selling for, 96.9. So my take profit is on the board. I don't have to do anything with that. I just have to get ready to do the stop loss in case it needs to happen. So I'm just going to put 20 cents up on the board. If it reaches 49 cents, I'm going to press the button. Just like when I bought at 99 cents, it's not going to give me 20 cents unless the price is 20 cents at that moment. It's more likely going to give me 45 to 50 cents where we were at that moment that I pressed the button. Excuse me. On this go around, when I refreshed my account and started over with the new strategy and started this channel, it was just $100. So made some losses, dropped down to 60, and ever since I started going live at $60 in my account, just been kind of slowly but steadily growing. And I do have, as long as I stick to my strategy, I make profits. But it's easier said than done, And Surge started with like $10. I've got a couple people on here starting with $10. And they're learning how to trade and way better to learn and make some mistakes when you're dealing with pennies instead of hundreds of dollars. You know what I mean? So, yeah, whatever you got, you can grow it, but you got to grow it in relation to what you're starting with. So, if my bankroll is $100, well, really, I should only be going in with 1% of my bankroll most of the time. So I should only have $1 on the line. And if I'm super confident, I can go as high as like $4. But 4% of your bankroll at one time on one market is aggressive, very aggressive. So ideally, we want to do 1% of your bankroll at a time. And that's a good formula. I've seen him double at least, Shadow, and I've seen it work too, but I've slowed down on the Kalshi trading recently. Yeah. Yeah, definitely, it's slow but sure, and lately, for the past week, I've been more focused on creating bots, or creating this bot and testing different things for this bot. So I've only been trading like one contract for like a week. So I think it's about a year now. I think I started this time last year. And yeah, no financial background. No, I was an English major. I'm a recording artist. Like, I've been an artsy kind of guy like my whole life. Poetry and art and creativity and, you know, building stuff with my hands and stuff. And it's only, I'm in my 50s now, and it's only in my 50s that, like, I really have taken a liking to this, and especially predictive markets, because they're new, they're fresh, everybody's learning about them, you know, at the same time. And so even as like somebody who's only been doing it for a year, I can, with the many hours I've spent trading this market, I can offer some level of expertise to share with people. So, okay, so Diego says, how long have you been testing this bot? Very interesting. My brother is currently in the works of programming his bot. This is an awesome layout you have here, brother. Thank you so much, Diego. I did a live last night, started at 8 p.m., and the version of the bot that you're seeing on the screen right now was completed at 4 a.m. So 8 p.m., 4 a.m., 8 hours. So this is a full day of work to create, and I would say this bot is only, it's in a solid testing mode. Like, it's functioning well. It's doing what it's supposed to do. It's got a, 80% win rate and a 93% win rate. It's overall profitable. In general, it's a good start, right? It's a real solid place to begin. And it gives us a good, everything going forward is just improvements, So it's only a day old. You got to, I wouldn't say trust it at all. It's like I'm trading it mostly just to, like, keep myself engaged with what it's doing, But yeah, it's kind of fun. I mean, I like working with Cursor. It's amazing to watch AI take your ideas and put it into, like, reality. It's like, wow. Okay, we got some pretty serious we got a serious collapse going on here. 92% up at 71 cents. I don't get in at the end of the market in the last 2 minutes, but man, I would buy up here. Like, seems like a real good value at 70 some cents, 86 now, but yeah, ease into it, be patient, take your time, test it, retest it. This is my third bot I built. The other two were actually trading bots. This is just a trading assistant, making recommendations. But it can be turned into a trading bot pretty easily. And I'm fascinated. I enjoy the process so much because I'm like, AI is far from perfect at this moment, but it's pretty impressive. Like, yeah, I couldn't produce Bleep Blorp. You know, I couldn't produce that bot by myself. But with AI, it's just a matter of being patient, trying things, saying, I don't like this. Can we change this? Doing it again. It's like you're constantly communicating back and forth. The AI is the genius that can do all the stuff you need it to do. It's the PhD in computer science, like the brilliant mathematician that can figure out any formula to do what you need to do. But you need to know what you want out of it. You need to know what to be able to tell it how you want it to behave, and like. So it's a process. If you don't mind, there are days where it's frustrating. I would not recommend just a normal chat bot for doing this. Use an AI that's designed for coding, like Cursor, or I think there's Codex. There's there's a bunch out there. But they're specifically designed to give guidance on creating programming, coding. And I'm not paid by Cursor. I'm not sponsored, but I do highly recommend them. Larry's using Cursor right now. Larry, are you around? Do you have feedback on how it's been to work with Cursor in your first day of making a bot? He's been at it all day. He watched me. I built this bot in the live last night. I think it's probably, you can watch it. Like it's probably on my channel in the live section. But yeah, it's not the normal me talking all the time session. I'm working. I'm like, I've got the music on. People can watch and they can say whatever they want, but I'm working. I'm just sharing the process of me working. So, and it inspired Larry to do his own bot today. So how to build bots? Is it free? You can do it for free. Like Gemini, it's harder because normal AI chatbots are still, they lose the thread pretty fast once you get into a complicated conversation. So it is kind of worth it to, like, Cursor is like $20 a month. At worst, Claude Pro is, I don't know what it, $6 a month. I don't know what it is, but it's not too bad. But for me, it's a worthwhile investment because, first of all, it just allows me to do. It's exciting. It's like, oh wow, this is really cool. Like, a real big sense of accomplishment when you create something like this, and it's like, whoa, this is going to be really helpful to me. And that's why on this channel, I don't so much want to build bots for people and sell it to them. I'd rather teach you how to build your own bot. And basically it's pretty simple. Pay the subscription fee to some site that does coding with AI and just start and lock yourself down for, a few hours a day and just give yourself time to build it. And then when it's built, test it. And then when it's, been tested, test it again. Like run it in simulation mode. Like, yeah, it's a process. Yeah, I feel bad for all those guys that got, computer science or programming degrees or whatever. Like, they're just getting decimated right now because for $20 a month, you basically have a PhD in computer science writing your code for you. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I feel bad for those guys. They're the first casualties of the AI revolution. Like their jobs are just getting wiped out. So I do keep that in mind when I'm doing the AI. It's like, man, there is a cost to this, and it's pretty amazing. Like that me, just some dude out in the woods, chilling with my solar panels and my Starlink, that I can do this. Like, pretty amazing. I'm gonna take a little break from talking. I'm tiring myself out. I'll be back. If you have any questions, just throw them up, and I'll get to them next time when I come back.
I don't know if I can find my way out. I'm stuck in a prison of doubt. In this tiny shell. And everything is growing up tight. There's no room to breathe. And nobody is watching at night. Who wanna rise up? Need a friend to shake me out again. Need a friend to shake me out again.
So Bryce, thank you for the question. I'm live streaming trading this market 6 to 8 hours a day. So I'm Pacific Coast. I'm in California in the Redwoods, right by the Pacific Ocean up here. And I go noon to 4 p.m. Doesn't mean I'm going to go that whole time, but that'll be the window that I'm doing a live. I tend to do it, 3 hours, somewhere in there. And then I do in the evenings 8 to 11, sometimes 12. It just depends on how much energy is in the chat. If you ever see this this meme, the translation is I need more energy to stay awake. This is the one.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Yeah, so if I need some more support, I'll maybe throw in a little. I got a fever. I need some cowbell. So, but yeah, I'm also aware that like I'm on the West Coast, which is an advantage for me because I get the we got a market that's open here. Hold on. But the advantage of being West Coast is late at night for me. Most people are long gone into bed, and the markets are pretty quiet and pretty reliable and pretty predictable. And yeah, I just kind of sit here and just rack up the wins while everybody's sleeping. So, but yeah, when I'm doing a live and it's midnight my time, it's 3 a.m. on the East Coast. So like the numbers just do start to tend to fall off after 11 p.m. my time. So yeah, 2 a.m. on the East Coast, most people are like, yeah, I'm out. All right, let's see. Do you really make money out of this? I've tried, and most of the time I lose. Yeah, I mean, I would say with this strategy, and we're trying to improve it with the help of the bot that we're training here and trying to improve. With this strategy that I'm using right now, it's slow but sure, and it's my increases are based on the size of my portfolio, so it can scale later, but right now it's just slow but steady progress. My goal when I'm in full mode, when I'm not testing a bot and all that, my goal is 5% increase of my portfolio per day, and a really good day is 10%. And I know I'm going to occasionally have a break-even day, and I'm going to have slight loss day, but that's kind of how it goes. It's like if I stay on the strategy, it's either 10%, 5%, 0%, and occasionally minus 1%. But it's with those percentages, you're kind of nudging forward every day. And but yeah, there are conditions where this strategy is struggles, and that's why we're bringing in and trying to train this bot to support in identifying indicators on the market, and identifying order book movements and all that stuff, so that we avoid some of the losses. For this strategy, all you need is just to avoid a few more losses. Like, that's it. Because I'm getting in usually on the end of market stuff. It's implied that the probability is like 85% that it'll finish in this direction. So most of the time, 85% of the time, I'm going to win. And the key is on that 15% is limiting the damage by either not getting in and knowing it's bad, the conditions are bad, or doing a stop loss and like taking like, a minimal loss compared to the full complete loss. And that's the thing about predictive markets. It goes to zero, It's not like you're buying Ford stock and like it went down $3, but like it's still worth whatever, no, at the end of 15 minutes, it is worth $1 or it's worth nothing. So do I make money at this? Yeah, but slowly and surely. And we're trying to get, that's one of the reasons we're doing the channel, is just create community, share ideas, get better at this together, grow, and, hopefully be better traders tomorrow than we were today, So that's basically the idea here is we're not gambling. We're not just, going with our gut and saying, okay, it's going to be up this time. We've got actual strategy involved. There's indicators on the chart that we're using. There's the order book we're using. And now we're kind of upping the game because we're integrating all that information into a program, a bot, that can give us recommendations, crunch all those numbers and say, now. Hit the button now, But it's trained on this strategy. It's very specifically doing things that are designed to optimize this strategy. So yeah, 18 likes. We went over the goal. Isn't that nice? 19 likes. Hello. And we are up to 575 subscribers. Thank you, everybody, for all the support. It's been amazing. I've only been doing this 3 weeks. I do it a lot. 6 to 8 hours a day is a lot. But people are getting stuff out of this. They're enjoying it. They're learning stuff, and I couldn't be happier. Like, I'm thrilled that we're creating this community. So 575, amazing. And 19 likes. Thank you, everybody, tonight. It's been a very busy live. A lot of folks hanging out for long periods of time. So you guys may have been the reason that this channel made it to 3,000 watch hours in this session. And that's going to be, it's going to be fun for me as a creator to just explore what that is. I've never had a YouTube channel that, you know, that reached this level. So like, yeah, it's going to be fun to explore what becomes available to us. But in the end, this will always be about just chilling out, talking investing, talking life, supporting each other, learning, growing, all that good stuff. So I'm grateful to all of you that have shown your appreciation for what I'm doing, and just having you here hanging out with me means a lot to me. So thank you so much for doing that. And a special thanks to Serge and Carlos, as always. I got to find Serge. Do you have a meme that you would like, or is it just right to jail? Is that your meme you want to be associated with you, or do you have another one that you'd like me to bring in for like kind of a greeting to you? Carlos, same question to you. Larry, same question to you. If you're here a lot, and I would love to have like a meme to kind of welcome you when you show up. I think that'd be fun. Okay, so this is Serge. This is his one.
Right to jail. Right to jail. Right away.
Well, if you think of one, just let me know. Carlos, same thing. Larry, same thing. But yeah, definitely want to keep this fun and fun and light. We'll occasionally have difficult moments. I mean, it's inevitable you're going to lose in these markets. Like, as I always say, there's only so much preparation you can do, and you can't predict when rich people are going to just do some crazy things with their money. You know, that's sometimes I've seen a market that went down $500 for Bitcoin in like 4 minutes. And that same market finished 650 up. I was like, what in the world? What in the world, man? Like, it was like, you gotta be kidding me. So the charts kind of give us an indication, and we're doing our best to like stack probability in our favor. And regardless, there's going to be times where just rich people do crazy things with their money. That's all, you know. And sometimes it's corporation, you know, it's not just people, it's corporations, and, you know. But yeah, there was some new guy sold 5 billion worth of Bitcoin. Oh my God. Yeah. And that would be one of the markets you're watching that just goes up $1,000 in like 5 minutes. It's like, what in the hell? What just happened? Well, in that case, it would go down 1,000 probably, but yeah. All right, I'm going to focus a little bit more on trading here and get back to some of the music and just relaxing a little bit. I'm going to kick back with Dr. Pepper and a smoke and just chill out for a minute.
For us, now you can't decide. After all this time, this was it for us. Porch light flicker on the siding, moths dancing like they know the tune. Porch light flicker on the siding, moths dancing like they know the tune. Every breath feels borrowed, but tonight the world's in tune. next door. Someone left the radio humming low next door. Static sings the harmony. I couldn't ask for
Oh, it's all good, Diego. I consider this like hanging out around the fireplace, or the campfire. So, uh, let's see. I am noon to 4 is the window for the afternoon, so that would be 3 to 7, and then the evening is 8 to midnight, so that would be 11 to 3 a.m. And I'm not always live that entire time. It just depends on how I'm feeling and what's going on in the chat and all that stuff. Um, but yeah, I try to do at least 3 hours. Some days I'm super tired. Like today, I'm kind of tired, but that's all right. I'm not worrying so much about trading as like interacting with you guys, and that's fine because really, all I'm watching is the paper trading on Bleep Blorp. It's kind of having a rough night, to be honest. But yeah, so I'm mostly just watching that. Not too worried about the trading. So yeah. But those are the hours. And occasionally I try to do a video. Sometimes I do the videos during the lives to save time. And if I were feeling a little bit more on the ball tonight, I might do one. But I'll do one here pretty soon in the next couple days. 58. I think we'll hold off on this one for now. If I was in sharp trading mode, I'd be in on this one. Have gotten in at 58 cents, but that's all right. Got you, brother. I'll definitely stay tuned in. Let my buddies know about this to give you some company. Oh, cool, man. Well, I think we're gathering a lot of chill folks that nice people that really are enjoying hanging out and shooting the shit and just having a good time, learning some stuff about trading and maybe even making some money occasionally. So, but I appreciate that, Diego. I'm really glad you found me tonight, and yeah, I'm glad you want to be a part of this. So we're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna definitely try and do some great stuff with this. And one of the things I want to do is if you know people that are thinking about getting into Kalshi and you want to support the channel, my referral code, I mean, you could make some money by just giving them your referral code, but if you want to support the channel, anybody who's new to Kalshi who signs up and use my referral, we both get a bonus. And then my plan with that is to use it for like giveaway stuff in the chat, giveaway stuff in the live. So I do want to make this fun for everybody and like and educational. So that's the whole idea: is have fun, relax, educational, no bullshit, nobody trying to sell you anything, nobody nobody trying to lie, no one trying to prove they're the guru. I am not a guru, man. I am like some dude who's trying to figure this stuff out, and I'm open to new ideas. I'm open to being wrong. Like I could be wrong, believe it or not. All right, let's see if we can get in on this one. 62 cents. Might be able to at 58, maybe. Come on now, give it to me. Fine. Okay, we did get in at 58. We got a 10-cent scalp opportunity, it says. So 68. Boom. and then we'll get ready with the stop loss. I got to start doing a stop loss on this one. I've been not doing it so far, but I think it's still going to be 20 as my low, but I might just go half. So I'm basically in it. 29 cents will be my my stop loss here. And here we go. The universe just loves to like test me right away. Oh, you're gonna do a stop loss? Let's see if you do it. Like it's like, oh, Jesus. But again, I'm happy. I'm always happy when I just follow the rules of my strategy, because that's what makes me successful. Like it's kind of bizarre. I used to be a golf instructor, and one of the things about golf that I would always teach is it's about the process, not the result. So I'm trying to teach people to do a routine, like do the same thing over and over again, and like just become the master of your routine and do it the same over and over. And whether you are successful or not is not whether you hit the ball great, but if you did your whole routine. You know what I mean? If you stuck to the routine the whole way and all the way to the end, then it was successful. And that's really hard for us. We're very results oriented beings, Got to get the win, got to get the W, got to get the W. And it's like, yeah, true, we do. And the way to get there is very often creating a routine, a formula that works, that when you take the loss, that was just as an important part of your strategy as the wins. All right, we'll see if we can get in here. We got one L on the board. And the bot is at 87% confidence. That's not super high. So we'll just do 99 cents as our take profit. Man, your brain can be huge sometimes. Yeah, so, I mean, those are the things I can pass on to you is routine, is having a strategy, finding a strategy, and then sticking to it. It does not have to be my strategy. You got to find what works for you. What I'm doing is not the only way, and it may not be even the best way at all, like to do it. It's a way that works for me, for my personality, for my level of patience, for my desire to avoid anxiety. Like, it works for me. But this is not going to be for everybody, what I'm doing. Like, it takes a lot of discipline and a lot of like focus, and you cannot have emotions involved in the process. And you probably shouldn't be talking while you're trading either. So that's diabolical, because you forget to do a stop loss and all kinds of stuff. So, all right, we got a little bit of that money back. We got the take profit. But yeah, I'm feeling the tiredness begin to wash over me. So I'm gonna go till 11 o'clock tonight. So two more markets tonight, and then we'll call it a day. So if you have any questions you want to throw out there, we still have 18 people hanging out at the same time, talking about predictive markets, learning, and having a good time. So I appreciate all of you for hanging out with me. And we'll do this two more markets. But if you have any questions, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna 20 likes. Ding, ding. Oh, Diego, that's really cool. What's your buddy's uncle's name? I'm a former golf professional, and I was a head golf pro at a golf course in North Carolina on the coast called Carolina Colors. Most of my, a big portion of my life was dedicated to golf, and I spent a lot of my life on a golf course. So, funny enough, I have not swung a golf club in about a decade, but I'm more likely to be playing disc golf than like ball golf anymore. But yeah, I'm very familiar with East Lake and the FedEx Cup. And yeah, I really love. I kind of thrived as I was in Boulder, Colorado, teaching golf, and I was kind of like, Boulder's a very kind of woke. It's a very woke town, you know. There's a lot of meditation going on, a lot of psychotherapy, like a lot of stuff going on. And I was like kind of like the Zen golf teacher, you know. Yeah. It was more about I don't know, being in the moment than anything else, and appreciating, you know, just being on a golf course. I don't know. I find golf courses to be a beautiful place to hang out. Like, it's, you know, I don't know. It's just nature, you know, so. But yeah, if you know your buddy's uncle, he's playing in the FedEx Cup? I've known a few of the, like, touring pros. I was never that good. I was good, but never, like, those guys are like crazy good. They're just unbelievable how good they are. Like, you know, and I'm probably better than 95% of golfers, and they would just blow me away. Like, they would beat me like by 12 shots, you know. They're crazy good. So I love watching golf. I find it very relaxing, and I really appreciate. I kind of miss the Tiger Woods years when he was just like, you know, when he was just like winning everything, and you're like, what the hell? Like, this guy is unbelievable. That was fun. I'm glad I was alive to watch that, because that was something special. But yeah, I guess I know how hard golf is. So like, when I see people doing it well, I'm like, wow, dude, you're good. All right, we're gonna try and do a 10-cent scalper. Patrick Cantlay. Yeah, he's very good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. People see the highlights of that shot at the 16th at Augusta, like, but you know, you're watching it live and you're like, is he gonna make this? So many times you'd be watching, you'd be like, he's gonna make this right now, like, you know. He was so focused, so good, so talented, and it was so fun to watch. I had so much fun in those years. All right, there's an easy win. Gotta love that. So yeah, the bots, it's doing okay, not great. The numbers are lower than yesterday, but again, it's not so much about the results at this point. It's about how can it be improved? You know, where can we tighten it up and get it moving in a little bit better direction? Probably we need to raise the confidence level. Right now, the mid-market scalp, it has to be at least 75% confident to make a pick. We probably need to raise that to 80. I'm hesitant to raise it any higher than 80 because the bot is very cautious with its confidence. So I feel like if I raise it too high, there'll be nothing to bid on ever. So we got to find that fine line between, you know, just right. All right, we're in again. We're in again at 42 cents. And we're going to sell at 53 cents. Now for these mid-market scalps, when you get this kind of a movement right back and forth across the line, it's a mid-market scalping, dream come true. As long as it keeps chopping back and forth. Yeah, but yeah, Patrick Cantlay is amazing. There's, I sometimes think I've got all this golf knowledge. I should be on Kalshi betting on golf, but it's like, it's, I don't, it's so hard to win. I probably would I hate to bet against people, but the only way to make money is bet against somebody winning, like a high probability, like somebody who's got 10 cents odds to win, buying the no at 90, like, because there's 140 other guys or more that are just as talented as that guy that I have a good chance of beating him. So yeah, I haven't quite figured out how to do golf yet. I think that there's maybe make the cut is something you can bet, and that's more of like a 50-50 split between the field. So that might be an interesting one to look at for golf. I'd like to use my expertise because I do know a lot about golf and, and the players. So there's another win. All right, good. So even though the bot is kind of struggling tonight, I'm definitely profitable this evening. How's everybody else doing? What are folks? Are you up? Are you down today? Are you breaking even? What's going on with your trading out there in chat world? But yeah, that'd be amazing to go to East Lake and watch them play. I did go to the Masters one year. I went on a Monday. I was more interested in seeing the golf course than anything. I just wanted to be on the golf course. I just find that place to be so amazing and beautiful, and the hallowed grounds. And I'll never forget it. Just have my pimento and cheese sandwich and like walking Amen Corner and just like being in heaven. Uh-oh, Surge is hurting in meme world. What is the price right now? Surge is an early adopter of a meme coin called Kate that has had a meteoric rise here, and he's experiencing the ups and downs of a meme coin launch. Honestly, that's the most successful meme coin launch I've heard of in the last year. So they often don't last 24 hours. 750, but it seems to be stabilizing here, so I think it'll go up. Okay. And what was the price you bought it at? What was $30? Was that when you got in? 30? Or was that what you invested? The holder went from 37.2 to 37.4K during the stream. I invested $30. Wow. 30 bucks. What was it? But what was it trading for at that time? We went to 80 million market cap in like 5 days. What was the price trading at when you bought it? Yeah, I wouldn't mind to see Solana meme coins come back and be fun again. It kind of turned into a rug pull nightmare, and that's why I got out of it. But it is fun. I mean, getting in on a meteoric rise like that is very entertaining. You know, I'm amazed you're still holding, to be honest. Like, part of me almost said sell when it was at 2,000, 2K. I was like, says buy the down at 44 cents. Really? Buy the down at 44 cents. Well, it's 22 now. Still likes the down. Really? Huh. We'll see. I'm not going to invest on this one, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't really like that pick. That seemed highly unlikely. But, watch it go down. I have been amazed. This bot has been pretty good at predicting reversals. Doesn't always get it right, but I've seen a number of like 20 cent, in the teens end up winning on the other side with this. Buy up. Well, your earlier recommendation is garbage then, dude. So there's definitely progress or adjustments that can be made to this bot. How far from the strike are we? 95, 25, 2 minutes to go. It's just not even worth it. Really, around the 3 minute mark, I don't want to be getting involved, and especially around the 2 minute mark, it's just like chaos. But again, it's just my preference. I don't want high volatility. The price could change, 70 cents in 2 seconds, All right, so we got one last one of the night. Again, I want to thank all of you for hanging out with me tonight. I'm still showing 19 likes. And where are we at here? Still the 575. It's been a great day. Added a bunch of new folks to the community. We're talking golf. We're talking we're talking all kinds of stuff tonight. But yeah, Diego, I don't know if you ever been to Augusta? Augusta, Georgia. It's just like the most unlikely place to have like the greatest golf course in the world. Like just a small little southern town, kind of run down, like just kind of feels a little rough around the edges. And in that place is like the absolute gem of golf right there. Just a bizarre place. Yeah. Yeah, when I went there, I was like, dang. This is rough, bro. But yeah, then you walk down the lane and it's like, magical land you just walked into. It's like, holy cow. All right, one last market. Got a little bit of a win there on that one. And we're just trading 1 and 2 contracts today, but let's see what we are for the day. It's not going to be much because I'm only doing a little bit here at a time, but it adds up, these 10-cent little scalps. So today I'm up $3. So that's kind of net 30, net 30 wins. That's pretty great. So for testing mode, pretty good. I have to get this guy in his boxer off my property. Oh no. Surge does security, so. I've been to a warm-up round before. Great experience. Yeah, I did the same thing. I went on a Monday and didn't have a ticket. I caught somebody who was on the way out. They just went in early in the morning and were on their way out. I was like, hey, you guys done with your ticket for the day? They're like, yeah, buddy, here you go. And I'm like, yoo-hoo! And yeah, I was like a kid in a candy store just like skipping around that golf course. How'd you get the bleep borp? So this is my third bot that I built. I built this one starting yesterday at 8 p.m. and finished at 4 a.m. It's not done. It's still a work in progress, but I built this with Cursor in about 8 hours last night. And today we're just kind of starting the testing of it. It's doing okay. It's not doing as well today as it was doing yesterday. It's actually overall losing a little bit. So, oh no. I feel bad. I think he is extremely far gone. Oh no. Yeah, man. It's rough, bro. Living in America. All the people from the World Cup come to America and they're like, oh, this place is amazing. Look at this barbecue and stuff. I'm like, yeah. Hey, do you have health care where you're from? Okay. All right, cool. Well, hang around in America a little bit longer. You see how rough it is on some people around here. Like, yeah, people going through, people going through some stuff. Life is hard right now. It is. I forget what I bought today. I saw the price of it. I was like, what the hell? What? I know everybody does that all the time now, but it's just like, man. I think I was saying to myself on the way back, I was like, used to be people were always trying to get $1 off you, like, hey, you got $1? Can I borrow $1? Now it's got to be like, hey, you got a 20? Like, hey, can I get a 20 from you? Like, that's where we're at now. Hey, man, you got a 20? So this guy was at work, or he was on your property? Oh, he was on your property at work, right? Yeah, rough. At least we can keep Surge company while he deals with crazy people. Buy down at 74 cents, it says. It's already to 80, so I think I'm going to sit it out. If it drops back down to 74 and the recommendation is still there, I'll get in. So Surge is down in Florida. We got Diego in Georgia. We got a lot of East Coast people in the room. Where else is other people from? I'm in the Pacific Northwest. I'm in California, kind of where the Pacific Ocean meets the Klamath River, or vice versa. Redwood Forest. Basically, I live in Redwood National Park. So, yeah. The PNW. I keep forgetting where Carlos is in the Bay Area in California. 29 people in the room. Welcome everybody who's new. If you have any questions about anything you see on the screen, you want to know, we're very friendly, very kind people that just helping each other get better at investing, specifically trading these predictive markets, and very specifically the Kalshi Bitcoin 15-minute markets. So if you have any questions about that, anything you see on the screen, anything like that, feel free to ask. This is the last market of the night, so only about 8 minutes left in this stream, but I am back tomorrow every day. I do from noon to 4 Pacific time and from 8 to midnight Pacific time. I don't do that whole time always, but I do, a few hours in that range. Okay, we've got a recommendation for a buy at 83. Gonna try and get in at 85. Okay, so now we got the double recommendation. I'm just going to get in here, make sure I get placed. Okay, so I got two contracts at 88.7. I can remove this guy. And I'm just going to hold to the end because we got 88% probability on a end of market win here. So we'll go 99 for our take profit and get ready to do our little stop loss if we need to. So now my only job is, if I see lower than 50 cents for a price, I got to push sell, and that's about it, or I get a win. Am I cooked if I went all in on up at 31%? I wouldn't go cooked, but yeah, I mean, if you can get that 31, if you can cash out at 32, I would do it. Maybe even 20, 25, because it's looking, at least the probabilities on my bot here are all down. 90%, 89% down. So, well, they didn't get him, but they have been searching for him before I even called. A customer said they were going to beat him up. Lord help me. Oh man, Florida, bro. Florida. Watch out. All kinds of stuff goes on in Florida. And Serge has got to deal with it, man. Serge has got to deal with that stuff. Oh, and I totally missed the opportunity, but they really need to do this to that guy, right?
Right to jail. Right to jail. Right away.
I mean, come on, man. I just realized it afterwards. I'm like, dang, I missed that one. All right, looking pretty solid here. See if we can get another win to end the night. It's been a decent night for the bot. At the very least, it's a good night of testing. The more numbers we get adding up, the better idea we get of like what's working, what needs to be improved. Well, we might get a little bounce here. That all in on 31. I'd rather the dude who's all in on 31 win than me. You know, if I lose, it's 50 cents. Like he's all in, man. Well, stabilizing and looking solid again on the down. Yeah, when the bot says 88% confidence, that's high. The bot doesn't do that willy nilly. I would translate that as at least 5% higher than what it actually is. So it's probably more like 92% probability, 93, just like the price says right now. I think, honestly, with all the bots trading it and people's money on the line and all that stuff, the price on Kalshi is probably the closest thing you're going to get to what the actual probability is in any given moment. So, oh man. Well, it was a good call. I don't think you were going to do better than that. At least you got some capital still left. But yeah, I'm not a financial advisor, but going all in, bro, we definitely don't advocate that on this channel for sure. We're talking about getting in with like less than 4% of your total bankroll on any market. So yeah, all in just doesn't really happen on this channel. So yeah. Well, folks, it's been a great night. Met a bunch of new people. I really appreciate all of you who've spent time with me. Do you have a variable risk? I don't know what that means. Can you explain what variable risk is? Do you have variable risk? But anyway, it's been a great night. I want to say thank you to all of you who hung out with me. We'll do it again tomorrow. I'll be back. And so people want me to do one more, but no, I'm feeling tired, so I'm going to call it a night. But tomorrow, like every day, I'm on from, not this whole time, but this is the window I'm live in, between noon and 4 p.m. Pacific time. Translated to East Coast, that's 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. And then I do an evening session from 8 to midnight, which would be 11 to 3 a.m. on the East Coast. So I do that every day, sometimes longer than others. Depends on how good I'm feeling and how active the chat is. But that's every day we do this. So I will not update the bot tonight. I will just rest. It's a pretty big accomplishment to just have gotten the bot operating and collecting data and running decently. But yeah, I think I'm done with that for at least a few days. As Larry can tell you, it is work. Like you got to be focused, and it's work. So yeah, no, I don't really have any solid feedback from today. Today, all I have is like, okay, it didn't work quite as good as yesterday. Okay, that's about all I got right now. So anyway, have a wonderful night, guys. I will see you next time, and take care.